Well, there aren't many teams who have had success against the Oregon Ducks, and now you can add the Buffaloes to that list. They're just another one of the victims in this train that is the Oregon Ducks right now. 57-16, the Buffaloes fall to the second-ranked team in the country here at Folsom Field. Along with Larry Zimmer, I'm Mark Johnson on our Buffs recap here on 850KOA.com. But, Pronto, is that really fair, I guess, considering what the Buffs did early on? They became the only team to lead twice against the Oregon team and actually had more yards against this Oregon team than anybody else.
Well, when we said that on the broadcast, you're getting beaten pretty bad, but yet you don't feel all that bad about it because of whom you're playing. You're playing, many of us think the best team in the country, and actually you went toe-to-toe with them for a while until they broke it open. Second half really got on the Buffs. I mean, they couldn't do much. They only had 56 yards total offense, so most of it was in the first half, and then Oregon just finally wore them down.
374 yards total for the Buffaloes in this ball game. 755, by the way, for the Oregon Ducks. They are everything that they were advertised to be. Give credit to Mike McIntyre and his staff, though. They came out and let it all hang out in that first half.
And they played hard right till the end as well, and I think that McIntyre has to be happy about that. And yeah, they did. McIntyre said he told the guys, we're just going to go out there and go after them. They were going for it on fourth down. They opened the game with an onside kick. They did all kind of things, but they ran out of the bag of tricks, and that was part of the problem in the second half. Plus, Oregon has such great athletes. I mean, they can make plays. You can have them covered, but they can make the plays because they got great athletes out there.
Marcus Mariota accounted for 7 touchdowns, 5 through the air, 2 rushing. Is he the guy that's got the lead right now for the Heisman Trophy?
Well, that's what everybody's saying. When I think it's still much too early. We're only 5 weeks into the season, but Manziel hasn't exactly had a great year yet. He could still before the year is over. Then you got this guy Bridgewater at Louisville, who pretty darn good quarterback as well. So I would say those 3 right now. But in my opinion, Mariota would be out in front just simply because of the numbers that he's putting up.
Speaking of great players, number 44, Addison Gillum. He was a guy that Mike McIntyre recruited at San Jose State. He then comes to Colorado to join the coach he wanted to play for again today. The linebacker, the true freshman for the Buffaloes, he had 15 total tackles, all unassisted. He had a sack. He had a couple of tackles for a loss. We're watching a star in the making here.
He's all over the field. That's the good thing. And, he also made a couple of plays on special teams. And I remember you calling his name a couple of times on punt coverage. So he's doing it all. He's not just playing defense, but he's playing on special teams as well. So, I can think of about 3 other teams left on the schedule. If Colorado had played that way against them in the first half, they probably win the game.
This Buffs defense, by the way, is becoming very opportunistic. 2 interceptions today for Greg Henderson.
It was late in the game, but nevertheless, they got him.
Oregon was plus 10 in the turnover margin. The Buffs forced 3 turnovers. Colorado turned the ball over twice. They won the turnover margin.
Right, and they could have had a couple others.
Yeah. Well, what do you take from this ball game? Yes, it's 57-16, a loss. What's your takeaway from the contest?
I take away that Mike McIntyre, his team has bought into what he came in here to do. They played a full 60 minutes. They played it right down to the end. They played tough, and just the attitude in the locker room was that, we didn't quit, and we feel pretty good about playing the number 2 team in the country. And I think that's really what I take away from it. And they worked their butts off right till the end.
This is a tough stretch for Colorado after this one. Next week we'll be down in Tempe, Arizona, as they take on a very good Sun Devils team. We'll hit the air at 6:05 on our flagship 850 KOA, 6:35 our network affiliates, and then the kickoff between the Buffs and ASU just after 8 o'clock. Once again, the Buffs fall. Their record now 2-2 as they lose 57-16 to number 2 Oregon. For Larry Zimmer, I'm Mark Johnson. Thanks for joining us on our Buffs recap here at 850KOA.com.